You are a virgin?
Yes.
From Severin Films comes Blood for Dracula, a film by Paul Morrissey, presented by Andy Warhol, and is a great counterpoint to Flesh for Frankenstein from Vinegar Syndrome.
Well, my family requires that I marry a virgin.
I've heard that.
This 1974 Euro shocker has Udo Kier, the man, the fantastic actor, the myth, the legend, who plays Dracula, and he is a very sick version of this character. Struggling to survive in Romania, he is in search of virgin blood. Obviously, his myth has garnered so much attention that he can't find anyone in Romania, and it's up to his cohort Anton, his slave type person, to find a place for him to go and find a virgin.
Because of the Italian church, they need virgins for their marriages.
They decide that Italy's the place to go to because large Catholic population, they hold their virginity in esteem, and he can go there and get as much virgin blood as he possibly wants. And on the way here, he discovers what seems like a rich family with four suitable daughters. Well, three suitable daughters, but they have four that could be just what the Count is looking for. Unfortunately, this family aren't as rich, and they're looking to get money off Dracula, and the women are not as pure as first expected.
And you can find virgin.
Virgin?
Yes.
And it just leads to so many hijinks and fun moments for me. It's movies like this that I really enjoy, where I'm not sure what the real intention was for the film, how it was supposed to be played, how it was supposed to be inferred. And for me, it's all about that perception of how you take a movie. I took this as an almost comedy, an over-the-top exploitation laugh riot, and I had an incredible amount of fun with this one. It is silly, it is over the top, it is at point blank ridiculous at moments.
You must.
No.
But I was highly entertained watching this. You get Joe D'Alessandro in this one again, who is a servant of this family, a man born and bred in Italy, who has what can only be described as the most unsettling Brooklyn accent I think I've ever heard.
I don't need a job as a butler. Of course, pretty soon there won't be any butlers.
You've got Udo Kier chewing up the scenery, writhing in agony, over the top, ludicrous to the point of just laugh out loud that he has going on, which for me was incredibly enjoyable and just downright hilarious to see. His constant "Are they virgin?"
Virgin?
Was just a laugh riot. It's such an unusual take for Count Dracula. Someone who's deathly ill and looking for a cure that's going to fix him. I loved the sisters, who are as free as a bird, to put it in one way. They are having hijinks with Joe D'Alessandro's characters quite a lot throughout the movie. Whatever kind of nonsense they get up to, they're obviously bored, there's no one else around, and it's the only fun they can have, so they're grabbing it with both hands, literally, and having as much fun as they can. D'Alessandro is actually one of the more interesting characters within this film. He's a man who's educated enough and well read enough to understand that the society norms are changing, and there's not so much a disparaging distance between upper class and the lower class.
All you got is a title to put in front of your names. And someday that's not going to count either. You're going to be on the bottom. It's going to be just like Russia.
And he definitely sees this as something to be toppled in the form of Count Dracula, someone who he sees and despises as a figure of hierarchy whom he must topple at a certain point in the film. And it's kind of fun because D'Alessandro is acting a lot as if he is someone at the top of this food chain. You know, he doesn't waver to anybody. He argues about lifting a heavy coffin. He comes out with the most horrifically weird statements I think I've ever heard, like,
I'm tired of you two tramps. What about your sister? What does she do all night? I like to rape the hell out of her.
Which, in all fairness, he goes on to achieve that later on in the movie, and it was a much better character here from than he had in Flesh for Frankenstein. But of course, everything rests on Udo Kier's shoulders again. His wonderfully abstract and weird performance of Count Dracula was downright captivating, memorable. This movie had me killing myself laughing. Just sit back, just rolling around laughing, just watching this thing, because I found it incredibly funny. I found it incredibly endearing. I loved the look and style. I loved the idea of the castle, the look of that at the start, moving to this house in Italy and going around these walls of this run-down mansion. It was nice to look at. It was fun seeing a Count Dracula that wasn't all powerful and was afraid of things that could happen.
Your secretary tells me you have a special diet.
That's right, but I don't want to bother you with that matter.
It was imbued with a sense of shock and titillation as well, which I felt was much more palatable than maybe it was in Flesh for Frankenstein. In fact, Blood for Dracula is probably the one I preferred out of this in Flesh for Frankenstein, just because of the over-the-top performances, the sheer ridiculousness of what's going on, and the sheer amount of fun that I had watching it. This UHD from Severin is absolutely rammed to the gills. It's got a Blu-ray disc too, with nearly 4 hours of special features with the cast and crew and more. It's got the CD soundtrack, and it's just got this stunning artwork at the start of it. Obviously there's Dracula there having some bad blood and having a reaction, as he does throughout the movie. I thought this was great. I would love to know your opinion on Blood for Dracula. Let me know in the comment box below your thoughts on it, and whether you prefer blood or flesh, which one of the two is your kind of kink. Let me know. And of course, there's more videos up here if you want to see more of my content. If you think I deserve it, hit this video with a like. Just click that little button. It takes a second. You can subscribe and share if you haven't done so, and you can join the membership program or the Patreon if you really want to support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Man v Film.